This is the Making Markets podcast, brought to you by Futurum Research. We bring you top executives from the world's most exciting technology companies, bridging the gap between strategy, markets, innovation, and the companies featured on the show. The Making Markets podcast is for information and entertainment purposes only. Please do not take anything reflected in this show as investment advice. Now, your host, Principal Analyst and founding partner of Futurum Research, Daniel Newman.
Hey everybody, welcome to Making Markets, episode 0. On this episode, the inaugural show, I want to take a few minutes to introduce you to the podcast and tell you why Making Markets needs to be part of your podcast rotation. Let me start off by talking about why we felt this show needed to be created. And it really came down to one overarching idea, and that's that the strategy and market performance of companies are tethered, but often due to the way companies are covered, it is hard to really get the insights required to understand the company both as an enterprise and an equity. For many publicly traded companies, earnings and other investor communications are a limited vehicle to help broader markets and interested parties understand the business, strategy, operation, and execution of the company, but we think we can do better. We believe there's an opportunity to provide our listeners with a more clear view of a company through bridging the performance of the company and going between the lines of the stories that often aren't told on earnings calls or during other investor events. Perhaps most simply put, we connect the dots between the strategy and the equity. And we think this will help our listeners improve their understanding of the business and make it better than ever before by enhancing the way a company's market performance is communicated. And we seek to address that here on Making Markets by bringing together the world's most innovative tech companies, its top executives, and essential analysis and commentary to help our listeners gain that deeper understanding of these companies, their market forces, strategies, economics, and their culture. Going forward, the show will come in two flavors. The first and most common will be CEOs and other top executives joining after earnings or other big company moments to help connect those dots. The second will be me and occasionally other guests from our research team to break down news around mergers, acquisitions, earnings, investor days, and more. We are so excited to have you with us and can't wait for you to join our Making Markets community. So hit subscribe and enjoy the ride.
Thank you for tuning in to Making Markets. Enjoy what you heard? Please subscribe to get every episode on your favorite podcast platform. You can also watch us on the web at futurumresearch.com/makingmarkets. Until next time, this is Making Markets, your essential show for market news, analysis, and commentary on today's most innovative tech companies.